Running through a list of my insecurities, and I fell asleep halfway through. Then I woke up with a sense of clarity. I can never be the one for you. Hey, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. When you're young, the world might break you down. Fell off a couple times, but I'm better now. I found my smile, but it took a little darkness and silence in the middle of the night. I learned to take my time with healing up my mind and knowing it's alright. Oh, 'cause I feel better in my own world. Trying to be perfect tends to wear me out. And I've been wondering when this road ends. Tired of being hopeless, paralyzed with doubt. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, trying to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Flawless as it is. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It's like I've been walking on a tightrope, try to change my mind, but I'm too far to quit. And you can keep your shiny light, 'cause I'm in love with diamonds. We're flawless as it is.
I know people ask you about your favorite call of all time, but what's a sentimental call that you have that just will ring in your heart forever?
Well, the LeBron dunk was because when it came in a playoff game, it was an important game in the series. Kevin Garnett was the reigning defensive player of the year, and LeBron was just emerging onto the scene. He had been in the league a couple years, but he was really beginning to take hold as a young player. And
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. We'll watch the Portland Trail Blazers in this one as they go up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Well, Kevin Durant said his days of trying to prove himself through basketball are done. He said, walking around with a chip on my shoulder is not my thing. I'm more relaxed in letting these days flow. I'm the best version of me. I don't need to prove who I am. I've been in it for too long. Kevin, this is a guy who is finally comfortable with himself.
All right, thanks, DA. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Portland. Right now, they're on the outside looking in at the playoff seeds.
And for the Trailblazers, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Trevor Ariza, and it's Whiteside in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's LeVert in at the small forward. Our great guards tonight for both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backcourt at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball-handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
He gets it in there.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Irving passes to LeVert. The Nets working the ball around now. Down low. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Dinwiddie.
Yeah, you know what? Dinwiddie is very dependable at serving his teammates on the court. Seems like a natural leader.
Got that one up quick.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Irving double team. Durant kicks to LeVert. Passes it to Irving. Allen outside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Lillard with it, defended by Dinwiddie. Lillard with the bucket.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Dinwiddie against McCollum. Outside Durant, here's the 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
That's the first miss for this offense. They've hit 3 or 4 to start.
Anthony, that falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Anthony's got his second bucket.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
Doubled by McCollum. Outside Irving. Pass to LeVert. The wide open look for Durant. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
Boy, they're on fire right now, cooking with gas, starting this one out 4-5.
Here's Lillard. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Kyrie Irving.
They are on fire, just in a great groove here early on.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for Portland.
Boy, they've come out of that locker room with a hot hand. Those jumpers have been falling for them.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists. When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. 23 points for him the last game against the Warriors in San Francisco.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Lillard with the bucket. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited, he ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling, and Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
And they pick up 2. Lillard's got 11 points.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Allen finds Irving. A baseline J. Again, the Nets for 2.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
chance here to look at the numbers for Lillard. He's putting up 29 points a game, 8 assists, and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Durant trying to break free. The shot's good. That's now 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
And Lillard gets it to go.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Nobody near Irving. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the shot goes in. And it's 6 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Pass to KD. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
Greg, you get so caught up in how great Durant is at scoring that you forget sometimes about his other terrific offensive skills.
2 shots.
You know, KD doesn't really get a lot of recognition for his passing, but he has fantastic vision. I mean, arguably, he might be the most underrated superstar ever. Sees so many double teams and does a great job of getting the ball out to open teammates.
First free throw is good.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
And so Durant nails them both. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
Now Lillard following the three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Dinwiddie after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Inside, Irving passes to LeVert. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. LeVert's got 5.
Karis LeVert, one of my favorite young players in the league. He's hard to guard because he's got a quick release, and he's very confident in his ability.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Irving can't get it to go. Trailblazers leading by 10. Ariza with it, guarded now by Durant. Ariza no luck.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Boy, Karis LeVert has done a nice job elevating his playmaking ability, which helps him and his team.
Here's Lillard. Tries again. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
Joe Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Throw good, McCollum. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat break from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Dinwiddie against Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 23.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. Looking at the numbers, he's averaging about 20.5 points a game. Harris misses.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Here's Ariza. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Allen up top, covered by Anthony. LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, this is what makes Dinwiddie so dangerous, guys. His shot preparation makes him ready to shoot as soon as he catches it.
And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Second shot opportunity, and Whiteside sends it back. Lillard attacking, and Lillard throws it down.
And once they roll the ball out there, Lillard turned on the switch. He is doing it all tonight.
Timeout called, the Nets.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade, a chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
For the Nets, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jared Allen. And it's Taurean Prince in for LeVert. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Now, Dinwiddie. He has 5. Here's Harris. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Guys, Harris has proven to be more than just a shooter. Harris also comfortable finishing over aggressive defense.
Here's Whiteside. But they recover it. And Nurkic gets it to go. And the Trailblazers lead by 14.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
And here's KD for 3. He can't get that one to fall. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies. And the basket by McCollum.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Little, and Portland again with the bucket.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possessions.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, you got to respect the athletic reach of Jordan now. Throw it up, and he will bash in the alley-oop.
Here's Trent. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's Little. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Lets it go from the wing. They get the rebound, and Whiteside stays right with it.
It's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there.
Here's Jordan. Hassan Whiteside made his last pass. Durant, Jordan trying to free himself up, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got 5 assists in the game. Here's Trent. He can't get that one. Some solid defense there from KD. And stolen by Whiteside. Shoots over Dinwiddie. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Whiteside's got his second basket.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
The offensive rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. With a break in the action, let's now bring up the 2K leaderboard and look at the league's top scorers over the past 10 games.
Shooting for Brooklyn.
C.J. McCollum, third.
Quite a roll he's been on. I mean, a pure scoring display. Eventually, teams might find an answer for him, but that's not been the case here lately.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Marky and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific. Nurkic with the steal. Here's Hood. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance bucket.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now here's Jordan. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Harris passes to Jordan. Good, and Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists tonight.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Kevin Durant. Here's McCollum. And a miss there off the inbound.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one drops. Nets trail by 14. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Doubled by McCollum. The pass to Jordan. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
And so it's the Portland Trail Blazers with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action after this word.
Ladies and gentlemen,
One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about his competition.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There our young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
Portland foul call. CJ.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen, Trailblazers pretty much in control here.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Wilson Chandler out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Irving at the point. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. Harris outside. To the paint. And there's Chandler. That's good on the assist by Harris. Harris has got 4 assists now tonight. Here's Trent. And again, it's Portland converting.
And now you can see the D having problems stopping the mid-range jumper, just not really closing out as much as they need to.
Harris's shot is good.
You know, really good to see Harris playing with that kind of confidence because, you know, these shots will only help him get better.
Trailblazers leading by 13.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick, and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in guys too. Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you've got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
Here is Harris following the basket by C.J. McCollum.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
From deep, Collins knocks down the 3-ball. Collins has got 5 points now this quarter.
And when he's got that much of a height advantage on the perimeter, it's really tough on the defender. Easy 3-pointer.
Now here is Harris. Not a lot of room. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
With the bucket. Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
The baseline J. Hood gets the bucket. Hood's got 8.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Collins, that's a 2-pointer. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
Yes. Yep. You know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
Harris passes to Jordan. Kicks to Chandler. Jordan trying to free himself up. Chandler, no good. For the Nets, they come into this one following a loss to the Warriors. Again, the Trailblazers good for 2.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Now here is Harris. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. A shot's good from Irving.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
So timeout called here. The first for Portland. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
checked in for Brooklyn. Karis LeVert comes in for Taurean Prince. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. You look at the Nets. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed.
And seeing where the Nets are, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing that perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
Irving for 3. Rebound by Anthony.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Allen, following the score by Damian Lillard. There's the 3, and Irving with the basket on the assist by Allen. 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
I love the three-point shooting of Irving. Excellent at dialing it in from deep, and you've got to respect his range. Yeah, taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Chandler right side. The shot, no good. Anthony with the defensive effort. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Irving passes to Allen. Back to Irving. From outside, off the mark.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And the basket by Lillard.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Irving passes to Allen. And it's Kyrie Irving with the 3. Irving's got 16 points.
And getting going here in the second quarter, his second three-pointer of the game.
Hood pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
Now, here is Irving. He's got 16. Ariza brings the double, and stolen by Hood. Here's Anthony, and Portland again with the bucket.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
Here's Irving, averaging around 27.5 points a game, one of the best in the league. Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
It's the Nets now. Portland making their last shot. Harris passes to LeVert. Knocked loose. Lillard comes with the double team. And another turnover here by Brooklyn.
Blazers ball.
And here's the upcoming schedule for the Trailblazers. On Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Houston Rockets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And looking at the Mavericks matchup, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
The Trailblazers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Kevin Durant comes in for Wilson Chandler. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. All free throws good from Lillard. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
If you're waiting for him to miss when he's that open, you're going to be in for a long wait.
Knocks it loose. Irving passes to Dinwiddie. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Irving, following the score by Damian Lillard. And Irving gets it to go on the assist by Allen. 22 points for Kyrie Irving.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Dinwiddie outside. Passes to KD. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
There's Dinwiddie. Hassan Whiteside made his last basket.
And you know, guys, all it takes is inside positioning. As soon as you give Allen that, it's pretty much a wrap.
Here's Little. Whiteside, great positioning on the putback.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Irving against Lillard. Irving passes to LeVert. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And Karis LeVert is a very willing passer, somebody who's always looking to set up his teammates, actually focuses on doing that.
Here's Ariza. The quick look, no good that time.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because Damian, I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Irving passes to LeVert. To the inside. Here's KD. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high. Makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Count it.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
Irving up top, covered by Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup. Lillard's got 48.
No hesitation at all in transition, and they have a huge margin in that department.
Fast breaks yield easy buckets, guys. They've made the most of their chances in that regard. The defense not able to get set, get a running start to the rim. You should get a good number of scoring chances that way.
Yeah, and a dangerous trend here as they're starting to live and die with outside jumpers.
Really good point, Greg. I mean, you want to keep that balance, and attacking inside creates space for shooters, and having shooters creates opportunities inside, so it works hand in glove.
Irving passes to LeVert. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
And Ariza works his butt off on defense. I mean, whether he's down low or on the perimeter, he knows how to block shots.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And it's easy to see why a team would want Ariza on their roster.
makes the right decisions, mentors young players, and is well respected throughout the league.
Sometimes I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while. I'm in the bay in the town. Debating about who is the greatest. What you debating about? Thinking for clout, I know. Who ran in your house without staking it out? If you ain't really bout that you say you about, I went a different route. I just go pivot the couch. I just envision the count, then I go get that amount. I got a beautiful house, but honestly, I skip the town anytime that the temperature down. So someone dissed me in the crew, but honestly, I forgot who. Cause snakes and what's crazy is that it's somebody I probably knew. Me, I don't get it, no clue. That just you don't do. That just a more I add to the list that I can't get no energy to. Why don't you put it on the wear? You don't want everyone to wear. I just had to lead the hood cause treating me like a celeb. I just went and cut my dread, but I got some beautiful hair. I am just searching for something that's real cause they really know what they say. I gotta smile, but honestly, I put my boy. Sometimes I see him in the cloud. I've been away for a while.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Taurean Prince in for Karis LeVert. Portland's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Here's McCollum. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Irving's shot is good.
And guys, once Irving finds that groove, it's really just fun to watch him go to work. Just no fear, will take any shot out there on the floor.
Gary Trent.
And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Prince outside. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Hey, you know, Kevin, there's a reason why Jordan's a high percentage shooter. Shooting percentage a function of the kind of shots you get. He opts mainly for dunks.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Portland Trail Blazers. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Carmelo, big night for you statistically on and off the ball tonight. Was the strategy any different going into this game?
It's the same thing. Try to move without the ball, play without the ball, space the court, attack when I get the ball, be aggressive and find people when they open.
Well, Carmelo, congratulations on a big night. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. Damian Lillard has been having a big night. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points and 2 assists. There was a lot to like about his first 2 quarters in this one. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
One of the things Lillard gives you year after year is consistency. Look at his stats. They're almost the same across the board every season. And then he has nights like this where he takes it up a notch.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets.
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
Out of 10, well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Lillard.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
5 years later. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. On the court for the Trailblazers. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Ariza in at the 3, the small forward.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Anthony. Second chance shot. Chalk up 2 there. And that's now 6 points for Ariza.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
You know, it's okay to give up a few if you're getting them back on the other end, but that hasn't been the case here.
Now, here is Irving. It's Allen, top of the key. Pass to Levert. 3-pointer. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Anthony's shot is off.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Yep, that one goes in there.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. From the corner. And that one hits back iron. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Dinwiddie finds Allen. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Allen's got 4 points in the quarter.
Boy, exhibiting toughness right there and persistence. Allen might have been fouled on that inside basket.
Ariza with the bucket. Irving with the ball. 24 points for him. Irving double team. 3-pointer, Levert drains it from beyond the arc. Levert's got 10 points in the game.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Durant in the corner. And Whiteside sends it back. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
That's his 3rd person.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And the 6'6" point guard, Spencer Dinwiddie, a second-round pick of the Detroit Pistons in 2014. You know, Greg, they might have wished they held on to him.
One of the most improved players in our league. Last season, he signed that 4-year, $48 million extension from the Nets, rewarding his growth.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Damian Lillard. Both good from the line that time. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Irving looking for an opening. Inside, Durant. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists in the game.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look. Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Yes, that goes in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Here's Durant. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
They tryna now be a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash. He used to run with it. He used to now be a good boy. Used to be flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash, flashback, digital dash. 9 times out of 10, he gon' let's not pretend. Look, everybody starts as a kid with a pure heart, then they turn to him. Papa, mama, all the noise, traumatized, freedom jeopardized. He just wanna win. What's a smile when you? He ain't tryna go in. 5 years later, all that is just a flashback, digital dash. He used to run with it. He used to now be a good boy.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Chandler comes in for Karis LeVert, and Joe Harris is subbed in for Spencer Dinwiddie. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Collins comes in for Hassan Whiteside. Rodney Hood subbed in for Trevor Ariza.
It's really hard to shoot over Allen, which is probably why you shouldn't try to do it.
KD with the bucket. Here's Lillard. Non-stop scoring machine here. Goes up the baseline, and yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And good, there's another.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. Irving for 3. Portland grabs the miss.
And so much for repeating the 3-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Stolen by McCollum. And he banks in the layup. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers?
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Lillard with no one around. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Irving kicks to Harris. Back to Irving. Durant trying to break free. Irving's shot is good. Irving's got 30.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
But they get it back. Another shot. Great D that time from Hood. The Trailblazers on offense. They're on a 12-4 run right now. It's good.
Carmelo Anthony.
16 points for Carmelo Anthony.
Scoring at an efficient clip tonight. Melo in that zone.
Irving double team. Outside Durant to the middle. Here's Allen, and it's Allen slamming it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
The Trailblazers have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Lillard.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Jordan, he's checked in for the Nets. Taurean Prince comes in for Wilson Chandler. Both free throws good from Lillard. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you.
And in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
And that one drops for him.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Irving can't hit. Portland's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal.
The Trailblazers have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Mario Hezonja's checked in for Portland. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Harris outside. Lets it go from deep. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. McCollum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Trent sinks it from just inside the baseline. Trent's got 10. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
That's good from Harris.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Poked away, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
Blazers ball.
It seems like every shot these guys have been putting up has been going in. This month's top shooters. In the third spot, Hassan Whiteside. And, of course, DeAndre Jordan.
Both of these guys have been shooting with tremendous efficiency as the month has gone on. I don't know who's going to outdo who.
And Azania gets it to go. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Jordan with the rebound. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. The shot by Irving. Again, the Nets for two.
He's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
2 minutes.
Here's Trent. And Portland again with the bucket. 1:53 left to play in the third. And here is Harris. 11 points in the game. Pass to Irving. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. And again, it's Portland converting. And Brooklyn has possession. 1:16 left to play in the third. Here's Irving. Again, the Nets for two.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
That one goes. Count it.
Assist from.
Here's Irving. He has 38 in the game. Harris outside. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Here's Azania, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Azania's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Hazonia loves pulling up off the dribble. When the defense gives him space, he rises with no hesitation.
The pass to Irving, and the layup is good.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 27 points for C.J. McCollum.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
And now, here's Hazonia, covered by Irving.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, they should have made that one.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. This is the most points he's scored all year. And we'll be right back after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense too, Greg. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Taurean Prince. And it's Claxton in a power forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Prince outside. Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
And it's Simons missing. Nets shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. Down low. And Dinwiddie gets it to go on the assist by Prince.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Dinwiddie passes to Prince. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. And it's blocked. But they'll get another chance. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Caruth is checked in for Prince. Here's Simons. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Here's Musa. Pass to Caruth. Clark, there are strong divisions and there are weak divisions. The NBA might be considering removing divisions altogether and having only 2 conferences. What do you think?
You know, that's interesting. I like the divisions because that's what we've been accustomed to, but just having straight conferences, I wouldn't see much harm in that. You'd adjust the schedule accordingly in terms of how many games you play within the conference and how many times each opponent, but I think that could work.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. Wilson Chandler's checked in for the Nets.
Wilson Chandler.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 14. For Portland, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Here's Hood. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Pass to Dinwiddie. Here's Musa. It's stolen by Little. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. That one drops for him. Simons has got 8 points in the quarter.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
To the paint. Here's Dinwiddie. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
You know, sometimes you forget about Dinwiddie's versatility. I mean, when he's feeling good, he's capable of scoring from any place.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And at 6'6", Spencer Dinwiddie's tall for a point guard, but Clark, despite his size, very slippery off the dribble.
Yeah, he's ill-like when you talk about him off the dribble, guys. I mean, excellent change of pace, and he's got a quick first step. And once he gets in the lane, his size helps him be a good finisher.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Simons, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
And he has starting to turn it on now after that slow start.
Dinwiddie wide open, and the Nets another three.
Boy, confident and composed. Dinwiddie did not get nervous pulling up from a different area code that time. He got in the gym range.
Nets have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9, and it's Caruch missing. The Trailblazers have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. And it goes down 2 points. That's now 8 points for Nasir Little. And so it's Dinwiddie with it. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Over in the corner, Caruch. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Caruch.
Here's Simons. That's a 2 from Hood. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Pass to Musa. Wide open. Swanigan pulls it in.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Shoots over Dinwiddie. Nice spin off the left rim and in. For Brooklyn, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. To the inside, stolen by Collins. From 18 feet away, and Portland again with the bucket.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Inside, here's Dinwiddie, and he slams it one-handed.
And, you know, guys, we've talked about Dinwiddie's height before. Boy, he does a good job using that height with these strong finishes.
Little gets the bucket. Now, here's Dinwiddie. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Portland's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them. The Nets have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And it's Caruch missing.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Hood can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the fourth. Puts up a 3, and the Nets another 3.
He's showing no signs of letting up here.
Here's Simons. Clark, any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things, incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense, I think, having different categories. But I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
And the Nets making a change here. Temple's checked in. from about 19 feet. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Swanigan's got 4 points this quarter.
That's 10 straight off of the mid-range.
I like the Greg. They're picking their spots and finding holes in the middle of that defense to get those shots off. That's excellent discipline on display right there. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Hood can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Count the basket. Temple's got his first bucket in this one.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And again, it's Portland converting.
Assisted by Simons.
Now, Dinwiddie to the right side. All sorts of time, and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. To the wing on the left. Collins, that's a two-pointer. It doesn't go for him. The Nets go the other way with it. Dinwiddie right side. Sweet little floater. Dinwiddie's got 29 in the game.
Dinwiddie can hit defenders with floaters and a lot more. He's got a full arsenal and showing you that offensive creativity there.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I tell you what, guys, I mean, with his combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
The teardrop falls in. Dinwiddie's got 31.
Skilled at creating off the drive. Dinwiddie's confidence and focus when he's penetrating, superb.
Little can't hit. The net shooting in the fourth has been tremendous, 59%. Dinwiddie outside. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 34.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past, but the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams. Although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Unloads. Again, the Trailblazers score. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. It's good. Dinwiddie's got 36.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
Simons and Portland again with the bucket. Nets shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. With the teardrop. Claxton the pass to Karuch. Dinwiddie outside. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Dinwiddie's got 38 points.
I think this is important for Dinwiddie's confidence. I mean, when he's knocking it down from there, I think it makes him more aggressive. You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
For three. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Collins has got his fifth rebound in this one. Portland's gotten off 4 shots from three-point range tonight and buried every one of them.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Portland.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 3 wins on the year now.
And so they're able to even up the season series at a game apiece. with 1 left to play, exacting a little revenge and really saving face. They did not want to go down 2-0.
Most definitely. I mean, going down 2-0 would have made their third and final meeting of the season really difficult to win, but now they'll go into it with confidence and really liking their chances.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Damian Lillard.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. .56 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Simons. The 19-footer is on the money.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Irving, good. Kyrie Irving. Irving's got 44.
Boy, I tell you, I don't know if there's anybody better than Kyrie Irving close to the basket. He has a great feel for how to score inside.
Here's Azania. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. There's the pass to Claxton. Here's Musa. That 3 off the mark.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Outside Collins. Over Irving. Misses there. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Damian, it looks like this team's progress can be measured by your improvement at the defensive end. Did we see that tonight?
We made some mistakes like every other basketball team does, but I think we did a great job of making adjustments. We got a little more physical. We did a great job of that.
And that led to a big win, Damian. Thanks for your time, man. Kevin?
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.